All right, guys, this is a quick video on how to use the Swipecoin Scalper, right? So we're going to use our 3 steps to the trade. So step number 1 is our break and close, right? Step number 1 is our break and close. Step number 2 is our EMA. And step number 3 is our super trend, all right? So let's break these down. What do they mean? What are we looking for? So let's put these right here for you guys to see. Now, when you come into the Swipecoin Scalper, you can always go up here, click on the exclamation mark, and you will see a 4-minute video on how to use the Swipecoin Scalper, right? 4 minutes. It just breaks it down and shows you what candles you're looking for and what are your confirmations to enter the trade, right? You can get that in English and Spanish. And then if you click onto your arrow right here, you can see the 3 steps, right? Step number 1, identify your key level. Step number 2, spot your break and close. And step number 3 is where is your EMA? And now I'm going to take you through the bonus step, which is, of course, your super trend, all right? So nothing's changed. We split our risk between 3 positions, all of them with the same stop loss, right? And then our TPs are 300, 600, and 900. All right, guys, you should know this literally off head. All right, so next time we come on session, I'm just going to ask you guys, what are the rules? What's our TP1? What's our TP2? Like, you should know this now, literally off at the top of your head. If you don't know this off of the top of your head, you haven't used the scalper enough, right? And you guys told me I am committed to using the scalper every single day. So you should know these steps offhand, all right? Make sure. So step number 1. So for educational purposes, we are going to pretend that this says break and close below, above this zone confirms the idea, right? So you would have a red box here if we were looking for it to break and close above the zone. All right, break and close above. Now, what does that mean? It means that we want to see a candle, full body candle, come like this and close, not a purple candle. Let's make it green. There we go. And close above there, above this box, right? You guys can see right here, this is not a close above. It just came up, it went to a wick. This candle right here is a close above, right? This candle closed above, and then we got a retest, and then it just kept going. That's not what we want to see. We want to see it close above, and then we want to see a retest if possible, right? We don't always get a retest, but if we do, you know, we're happy, right? A small retest, and then next candle, boom, we're off to the races, as Lavinia and Chris say. All right, so that is what we are looking for candle wise, right? We want to break, a little retest, and then we are going to enter. So after this candle closes, this 15-minute candle closes, we can look to enter the trade after the 15-minute candle closes. Now, with Sean's strategy, you only want to be looking to enter on these times, right? The 00, the 15, the 30, and the 45, right? So like a train coming, so that will be, right now is 2:35 UK time, right? So the next train is coming at 2:45, right? And then 3 o'clock, 3:15, 3:30, 3:45. Why do we do that? Because that's when the candles are going to close, right? That's when your candles are going to close. So to make sure that you get a close of a candle and you do not get faked out, because look, if you change this to a line chart, you can see how the fake outs come. All right. You can see the fake outs come right here and then boom, gone. We don't want to see that. Guys, this singular tool literally allowed me to quit my job. I know this thing works, right? 300, 600, 900 pips a day was all I needed. I know you can get at least one good trade out of this thing a day because I've been doing it, all right? So please, please, please take the scalper serious. These are the rules that you need, right? So the break and close, this is the first rule that we've just gone through right here. The second rule is the EMA. If price is above the EMA, you are looking for buys, right? That is a confirmation for your buy if the price is above it. This EMA is literally just the average of the last 50 candles. So if the price is above average, we're buying. If the price is below average, we're selling. So right here, the price is above the average, right? So it's buying. Down here, the price is below the 50 average, the 50 EMA. So it is selling. All right, that's what your 50 EMA does. It shows you where momentum is. If we look over here, you can see very big momentum for the buyers. We're very far away from that EMA. You see it start coming and hugging that EMA. That's when we start seeing the sellers creep on and in. Now we've broken out of it again. So we may get a retest of this 50 EMA and then off skis, right? We're off. So that's your EMA, that's number 2. And then third and finally is your indicators, your super trend. So you want to type in SUP up here in the indicator tab, click on the super trend. You're going to double click on it on the super trend, and you're going to change the settings to 1 and 1. Boom. So you can see here, if the blue is cutting through the green, above the green, then we know that the super trend is bullish, it is buying. When the blue cuts through the red, we know it's selling. We're looking at sells. That's our last confirmation. All right, that is our last confirmation. So right here, how many, all right, tell me out of these 3 confirmations for a buy, how many confirmations do we have right now? 1, 2, or 3? Put it in the chat. Out of the 3 confirmations, how many confirmations do we have right now? 1, 2, or 3? Let me know. Out of the 3 confirmations, how many do we have right now for a buy? 1, 2, or 3? Boom. Everybody that said 2, you are correct. All right. Which one are we missing? Which one are we missing? For all of you that said 2, which one are we missing? Boom, waiting for the break and close. Oh, you guys are making me happy. You guys are making me happy. All right, cool. We're getting it, guys. We're getting it. All right. That's it. I'm sorry to say, it's literally as simple as that. All right. You're waiting for your 3 confirmations and you take the trade. As long as you're using good risk to reward, right? And I know this thing works. It has a winning percentage of about 80 something %, right? Which we know from our risk to reward video is well enough to be profitable. As long as you're using good risk management, good risk to reward, and you consistently take the trades, you will be profitable using this. All you have to do is consistently take the trades. If it's not working for you, then you need to have journaled at least 30 of your trades, right? 30 of your trades, and then look back on them and say, okay, how many did I win out of the last 30? How many did I lose out of the last 30? What lesson can I learn here? And then you can start to think, okay, is my entry too early? Is my entry too late? You can then go back and back test it and have a look. Okay, did I miss this? See, a lot of people won't put in that extra bit of work to be profitable at this. They just want it to work. That's not how it works, unfortunately. It's not just a magic trick. It's not just a magic button, because then everybody would do it, right? It's simple, but it's not easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? Nothing worth having comes easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. I want you guys to remember that. It's simple, but it's not easy. Yes, Joyce. Super trend is 1 and 1. Let me double click on it for you so you can see it. Confirmations are 1 and 1. Lengthen factor is 1 and 1. So to look for a buy, you see how the blue line crosses the green, right? That's looking for a buy. Now, when the blue line crosses the red, like you can see here, so you can see the super trend is on top. The red line is on top, right? That's telling you it is bearish, it's selling. But when the super trend is underneath the green, that's telling us that we are, of course, buying. That makes sense? Would you say journaling and backtesting are another form of confirmation? Yes and no. It's not a confirmation in your active running trade, but it's a confirmation in your trading psychology. So I hope that makes sense. It's not a confirmation in your active running trade, but it is a confirmation in your trading psychology, because if you know you always, or you've looked back on your last 30 trades and you always enter, you know, as soon as it breaks and you're hitting stop loss consistently, then that's maybe something that you're going to take into consideration for your next 30 trades, right? And it's very important when you are changing things from your trading that you only change one factor at a time. All right. Remember when I did the triangle, you don't change all of the things, you change one thing at a time, right? Manny calls it the what does he call it? I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, that is the Swipecoin explanation. Let me stop this recording right here. You guys can find me on Insta at im.lisa.powell. Let's go.